Welcome back at 6:51. Time for your morning news now. Breaking overnight, Hamas's political leader was killed. Iranian state media reports the Hamas leader and his bodyguard died when their home in the Iranian capital was struck late last night. According to Hamas, he was in Tehran to attend the inauguration of Iran's new president. The group claims he was killed in what they're calling a Zionist raid. At this time, the Israeli military has not commented. An Abbotsford man accused of stabbing his daughters to death and attempting to kill his wife will undergo a mental competency evaluation. 29-year-old Victor Manuel Gomez Acosta is charged with 2 counts of first-degree intentional homicide and 1 count of attempted first-degree intentional homicide. Yesterday, a judge ordered the evaluation be conducted at an inpatient mental health facility to determine whether he is competent to stand trial or requires long-term mental health treatment. He's currently being held on a $1 million cash bond. La Crosse's Judiciary and Administration Committee has referred a resolution to ban camping on city property to the Common Council. The committee declined to vote on the ban, which would include city-owned parts of the marsh. A motion to adopt the ban failed to receive a second. Some council members support the ban, citing worsening issues in the marsh area.
Crashes continued to accumulate. When the water came up, it, washed down into the river. It's just been a challenge. We've got people refusing that aren't comfortable using the trails anymore.
And other people are having to change the way they use the trails.
I have to navigate through bikes and people to get on my way. On this past Monday is the worst I've ever seen it. There are at least 40 campers, many new faces, filth, garbage everywhere.
She adds she hasn't had any unsafe experiences, but still carries pepper spray with her. Common Council is set to vote Thursday. The Reach Center houses 20 organizations helping residents with housing and finances. It wants to expand services and update its building. Zoning issues have blocked those plans. Reach failed to get rezoning approval in March. Neighborhood objections triggered a supermajority vote, which fell short. Now a state law change has eliminated this requirement. Reach has refiled its petition. Some officials worry about conflicts with city housing goals, and neighbors worry about drug use. Reach promises to exclude needle exchanges and detox programs.
Those were never on the list of uses that we wanted to bring into the building, but to give that extra confidence to the local community, we decided to add them as a list of prohibited uses in our zoning petition.
The full Common Council is set to take up the amendment and rezoning petition August 8th. CBS News has learned Vice President Kamala Harris plans to announce her running mate on Monday. CBS News Philadelphia is told Harris and her VP pick will hold the ticket's first rally in the city the next day. Meanwhile, former President Trump plans to attend the National Association of Black Journalists annual convention today in Chicago. A beloved La Crosse Art Center is showing its appreciation for volunteers who work to keep the doors open. Yesterday, the Pump House held a backyard party thanking everyone who donates their time. The historic landmark has been entertaining audiences in La Crosse since 1979. Attendees got to play yard games, compete for prizes, and enjoy hot dogs courtesy of Rudy's Drive-In.
My favorite part is always seeing the faces and connecting with people. I love seeing people see people that they haven't seen in a while, and people were just happy to gather.
About 300 volunteers give their free time to the Pump House every year.
Well, upper 80s and some 90s expected today. In fact, we'll see some sunshine with a slight chance of storm activity. It's about a 20% chance. And you'll see that it will feel like it is at least 86 to about 100 degrees on your skin out there. It is going to be hot and humid, and that humidity will last right through Thursday and, of course, the weekend. Take a look as we have our highs for tomorrow. We'll get into how this all plays out for the next 8 days. Well, you'll see 91 today, 85 tomorrow, 90s for much of Friday going into Saturday, and you'll see 87 for Sunday with rainfall returning back into Monday and Tuesday.
Call it the Darth Vader house. The imposing structure in West University Place outside of Houston is back on the market for $3.7 million, but the price tag is just part of the story. While the home's distinctive look makes it hard to miss, neighbors say the loud parties hosted there are impossible to ignore. The LLC in possession of the property is embroiled in an ongoing lawsuit with the city over those events. Officials say they violated rules mostly related to parking, zoning, and noise. If you have a house like that, you got to have a few parties,
Yeah,
though,
a few
right?
parties. I knew Vader was a party animal. I knew it.
You got to show it off. All right. Well, thank you for starting your morning with us. We will see you back here at noon. Until then, enjoy your Wednesday morning.